can tell you something. There are people who are living with vitiligo and they can live very well with this. But there are other people who are very affected by it. And it is a disease, and there's no doubt about it, because the World Health Organization has declared it as a disease. And there are parts of this world where it is considered as leprosy, because it's very similar, of course, sometimes for the eyes, people who don't know very much about it, and for those people it's kind of complications, like in India and also Pakistan. It's so complicated. Yeah. But on the other hand, I tell you, you are what you are with your disease. You have to accept that you have it. You will not be cured when you do it. Here, this is also no cure. You can only do that you get your color back. And then, of course, if you know, then you will stop this treatment under those conditions. And when you get it back, then we will restart. That's the way it goes. Maybe one day you will have a better treatment on this world. Maybe you even know the cause, and then you can, of course, also do something much better. But at the moment, this is not clear where this disease comes from. It's a very old disease. It has been already described in the Quran, in the Bible, and everywhere. And in Egypt and in India and also Pakistan, they use these kind of plants where you can use, where there is sunshine, but they make you very light sensitive, and sometimes you get a repigmentation, but many people get also very big blisters because they make you so incredibly sensitive. This is now, in modern days, we do this with tablets like Puva. Therapy would be the same thing as this with the plants. So I think that these therapies are maybe a little bit too hard and too harsh on your body, but this is not a new disease at all. So if you want to take, I think there are some English books left here, Damp White Spots. Yeah. Well, you are of course allowed to take these books and take it home, so that you also educate your environment around what this disease is all about. Is most of the time people who have no idea what this disease is, they think it's infectious. That's number one, that you can actually say it is not an infectious disease. Very important, because then people sometimes don't have this feeling that you catch it. This is very important. But the other thing is, it's good that other people know that it's something that you have lost your skin color, but that you are still who you are. I mean, I do not know whether Michael Jackson had vitiligo, but everybody thinks he had. You see, he lived his life also with this disease. There are many other people who have vitiligo and live a normal life.
Is it 0.5 all the time?
It will always be 0.15. It never increases.
Never goes up to. Because my husband had that treatment where you go.
Yeah,
that was the one you talked about.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. No, we will not go up at all. We stay with this whole all the time.
Right.
So when it does repigment, do we still have to do it every morning, or we then can?
Well, let's see the following. If you would be lucky or you would get everything close, as we say, then you stop.
Okay.
And we have people who had 15 years, some people have nothing. But then we have also people who got it back.
Right.
Then we restart. So sometimes we were astounded when we see people after 10 years back. And then they expect us to have the pictures and everything. And actually we cleaned our way out.
So in other words, it can cure him, or
it can
not cure,
bring it back.
Yeah,
yes.
It can sort of cover it all up,
yes.
where he's happy not to use it
That's
again.
correct.
So we
but
can
let's
stop.
say you would probably get everywhere wonderful pace everywhere, but you might not get it on the hands and on the feet. Then we do maintenance. Yeah? So we do only something like once a week, something like this. There are quite some different groups of vitiligo patients. Some of them are not so sensitive to develop relatively fast vitiligo again. Meanwhile, other people can get it like this back. That's something we have then to find out, because you cannot determine this. So that is the only thing, that some people cannot stop for a long time. So some people can stop and they don't get it.
So do we then email you, like say after 9 months?
That's how we go.
Okay.
No, not after 9 months. It will be like this. Now I take your single, of course, and now we are not sitting in a group together. So I take your single, I will examine every patient right now and take, of course, the history before. And then you will get the cream on your body, and we will do this treatment with the light. Please do not go back to the hotel and wash it right away off, because that would be not so good. Because under those circumstances, then we will not know whether you are sensitive to the skin or whether this treatment is anything for you. And then we will be photographed also. You see here some pictures. But you will not be tomorrow on the wall, and you will also not be on the internet. It's something, those people you just hear, they actually gave the permission. Signed letters for that. So if you want, of course we ask sometimes people, but certainly not in the beginning, because this is not interesting for us to show another case of vitiligo. It's interesting if you see the repigmentation, of course, then we might ask. But then is it so you are going back into your country, then you are not coming in 3 months back. It's so we want to have the reports. You have to write reports every 3 months, how it goes, and then I act and tell you how we go from there and how we are then changing or not changing the protocol. And only if it is difficult, sometimes when people don't have a good success, remember, number one, why it doesn't work is the distance. It's almost always the case. So don't be scared about the machine. It's really not a dangerous machine, providing you do what I say. You can, of course, also dial different dosage, then it's a different story. But if you take 0.15 milligram, there's no problem. Yeah? But if you remember that you do have to have this distance,
Can I ask a question? If you go in the middle of that treatment, you go on holidays for
yes.
3 weeks, do you have to tow that behind the car?
Then you are going somewhere and you don't have the machine with you. Then if you go only for 1 week, then I send you, if sunshine is somewhere else, then sunshine is no problem. But if there is no sun, then you have to do the so-called maintenance therapy. That would mean that you will go into sunless. You go only for 8 minutes. You put your cream on, but it's not the UVA, it's a little bit of UV, which is there, which we need. So then you just will keep it on the maintenance, that you don't start again from scratch. It's a little bit different probably with you here, and you have it's a different kind of this one you can see it's a normal vitiligo.
Jason's got on his feet. Jason's got it on the feet there. Just say he doesn't care about that part. If it doesn't repigment, he just worried about the rest.
Yeah.
We could just stop it just
well,
the same.
I would do it, but then of course when you do the treatment, then you have to remember that you have to bring yourself a little bit elevated on this here, because the rays, when you get it here, yes, you get some rays, but they are stray rays, and they are not the exact rays. So if you do it, you have also to, you could do it like this on a bench, when you have a bench, like this, and you get this treatment, and you can turn around and you do the other arms, and you do it all together, and you get this. And then the best thing, of course, also for the knees, I have to say, it's actually to sit, bend, and then you can do this here so that you can do this at the same time also your feet down. Yeah? But the knees and their bend is better. Because when you stand like this, I mean, none of you looks here like that you have like this breasts or like this, or like here. This is the case, it's also different, because then, of course, your belly might be very close and the rest is far away. Something like this. Of course, this we will then see. But with hers, of course, no.
Will it hurt? So will it be like sunburn or no? No. Itchy or dry?
No.
Doesn't matter. Okay.
Usually this cream will, you all like it. And this is a nice moisturizer.
Okay.
So we will see. If it is not enough cream, because you might have dry skin, then sometimes we also give the base cream in addition.
Okay.
But this we have to ask and then we can get it.
And can we send more cream to Australia? Or
Yeah, you can send.
you can, okay.
Yes, of course. Send it by DHL.
Okay.
So then we do this for like 3 months, whatever. Will we expect to tan in the sun?
You will, then you will have personal. When you have once a day, you will do it first, then you don't see anything. But then you will have a course where you do it in the morning and in the evening. And if you are a very good tanner, then you will get a slight tan. Yeah? You will not get dark, but you will get a slight tan. People all look very healthy when they come, because they all look a little bit slightly tan. But not like a dark skin.
He tans.
Yeah,
easily.
yeah. There's also a possibility, which you can see here also on those pictures. Sometimes you get a hyperpigmentation, which means darker than your normal skin. This will disappear by itself. So do not worry if this is the case. It will be normal levels, completely normal levels of the sun. There's no, we do nothing about it. We just leave it. Then it's good, for example, to get some natural sun in addition, because you will get darker. But once it fades all in one go. Then it's, so that's an only temporary. But it's not clear why it is like this. Okay. Yeah?
Just got one more quick question about the sunburn, because when we take her out, it does see out the sun and it gets red, like the rest of her body stays brown. And you see today it was sunny.
But that's only pinkish. Pinkish is okay.
Okay, thank you.
Pink is fine.